These two, of course, teammates.
Yeah, they're definitely very excited for the Mind Freak finals here.
That is for sure. That is for true.
No, True's still in the military.
Yeah, that's true.
As we start things off here, appropriately on Catalyst LE. This is where the events are going to pop off. The rest of the series, it is going to be determined here on Catalyst. We're in the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner. The blue Terran player coming down from the land of Australia. He is going to be representing Mind Freak SC. He has successfully escaped from Tarkov. We have Seither.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the purple Protoss player. Lots of P's in there. And there's also a P elsewhere in this intro. It is the player hailing from Australia, also playing for Mind Freak SC2. It is Pezz. Dispenser.
Aha!
That's the funny thing. That's the funny haha joke. Haha, funny joke. Haha. Yes, funny joke.
No, wait, they're still a thing, I think. It's just they don't really notice them. It's not 6 years old anymore.
Yep. That is true.
I should get one.
Oh god, I kinda would, not gonna lie. Having to deal with adult responsibilities, sometimes I just want to become a child and eat dirt, you know?
Yeah. Eat dirt.
Yeah, you know, you eat dirt. Just be a child and lay face down on the ground. You eat dirt.
I eat sand. But not dirt.
Man, I could tell you about sand. Eating sand, it's just like, you can take it from one place and put it in another place if you just eat it.
Yeah.
You put the sand in your mouth. You know, you have a bit of a chew.
Very nice
texture. Crunchy. Yeah.
Texture to it. It's coarse. It's rough.
It gets everywhere. It's nice and crunchy. It's nice to crunch between your teeth.
Mm.
You know. Then when you're done chewing it, you can put it in somewhere. You can put it somewhere else.
So Pezz is paranoid for a proxy. He, much like sand, is trying to get everywhere. Make sure that, or rather, make sure that Seither just get everywhere. Doesn't act like sand. But he doesn't realize that it's just a straight up game coming out from Seither. You know, he does not want a proxy yet. He's just saving that for later on in his best of 5.
I mean, I don't really see Seither as a player that would proxy, or that is likely to proxy, but it's definitely not something he's afraid to do, especially in a TvP against somebody he knows so well, like Pezz.
Yeah, Seither, he is many things, and one of them is definitely confident in his macro. He knows that there are a lot of players he can just take out by just playing a straight up game, just making sure he hits those macro cycles, hits at the right timing. But he does know these couple of proxy games for when he is in a little bit of a pickle.
Yeah, or, you know, in cases like this where he's playing somebody that knows his builds, that knows, you know, the style of play he does. Yeah, because these two know each other really well. They've been on the same team for a while, ever since I mean, they were on the same team back in the SYF days, right?
I believe so, yeah. So it's ever since Mind Freak just picked up the SYF players, or the SIF players, if you will.
Yeah, no, they've been on the same team for a while.
Ever since the olden days.
The old days, back in Mordai.
Back when I was still making, forging, something along those lines. So the joke is that I guess has a beard that's like a dwarf.
You said some words.
Or something along those lines.
You said some words. I don't think I fully understood what you were saying.
I guess. Back when I
Anyways,
still
recall.
played Terran. Of course, he is not only retired, but also plays Zerg. I'm liking his mind drop, but it's getting pretty risky. The payload does drop, and he is looking to get a lot of kills, but none of these SCV probe pulls have anything to say about that.
Yeah, just using the probes to set off the Widow Mines, just you know, losing a couple, nothing more. Oh, but another hit onto the Stalkers.
Yeah, Seither making the best out of a bit of an awkward scenario.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like losing the medevac really sucked, but he managed to get all of them out onto the ground, trading out a little bit for those Stalkers.
In the end, kind of reset here. Well, to be fair, Seither did a very good job of keeping most of his units alive. His Hellions a little bit bruised, but he did manage to walk them back across the map, get them all healed up, and you know, he did lose a mine, but he does still have the majority of them left for if he decides to go for some drops later on. It is very effective in TvP. We've been seeing it a lot more from a lot more aggressive Terran players.
Oh yeah, no, mine drops. Relentless amounts of mine drops are just a really strong way for a Terran to play against the Protoss. Like keeping up with the pressure and such, because it's very hard to directly pressure a Protoss. Especially a Protoss like Pezz.
Oh yeah, who is kind of known for being able to defend these fronts.
Absolutely. So,
Nice blink.
that was a good block. Good blocks.
Yeah. They're not
But
that,
yeah,
whatnot.
just keeping that pressure up. As we move into a Robo Bay.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how Pezz plays this out. I mean, the orthodox choice, of course, is gonna be Colossus. That's kind of what you want to deal against a mostly marine-focused army, and of course the Thermal Lance helps against some of the other units in the back line. But if I know Pezz, he might actually be going for Disruptors. Not a very popular choice, but it's definitely a unit that Pezz likes using.
It's certainly, you know, oh, but blinking forward into the bio. Gonna lose one Stalker, very heavy hull damage on the other.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscalculation here.
Yeah, did not see everything there, but here we go. Tank Marine Marauder push. He's got one tank and one mine. He's got both options.
Yeah. Doesn't have any Ravens for him, but he does have a very healthy Marauder count for this stage of the game, as long as he's able to make sure Colossus focusing on those. Should be able to do a lot. There is only one Colossus and no Thermal Lance. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, and meanwhile also distracting with the Hellions into the natural, diving them in their trading mount. But looks like he'll only get 3 probes.
Shield batteries, man.
Shield batteries are insane.
Pezz. You're the probes taking out the Hellion.
Citizens arrest.
Get out.
So the citizens arrest. Oh, but he's caught a little bit lacking with his position here. But there is a cannon here, and he does have the Guardian Shield, able to trade out quite well with his bio. The mine does go down before getting out of a shot, but there is still a tank shelling onto the units here.
Army battery overcharge is very important. It's not healing the Colossus. Now it is, but at this point it's too late. There's just too paltry of a Bioforce out for Seither. And Pezz chasing this all the way back home. He can actually push with this. He has a very decent gateway army.
Yeah, his Stalker count is actually ridiculous, and having a Colossus to back him as well in a couple of sentries with a little bit of energy would be really good to help him push into the natural and get some damage done. Also, nice use of the wood poultry. It's a good word.
Aha! That's the source helping me out.
Yep. Because you are the kind of person that would keep a thesaurus on hand.
I don't have to I have to Google the source. I usually just have to Google the source and click on the first free one.
You know what? Close enough. Close enough. You use a thesaurus.
Haha! Yeah, I gotta keep my plagiarism score low.
True. True. Don't worry. That's how I got through high school. Well, I didn't really get through high school, but you know, some of the things I did in high school. Thesaurus.com.
It's easy. That's what you want.
You don't want to plagiarize your sources, you just want to reference them, so instead of writing exactly what they say, just use synonyms.
Yeah, and you know what a synonym for Colossus is? Disruptor. Pezz really just spreading out the AoE.
No? Colossus and Disruptor are not synonyms. Not in the English language.
Are they not?
Colossi,
He's getting AoE.
Yes, he is getting AoE. In terms of the StarCraft, universe, yes, I guess they are similar because they are both AoE units. However, the word Colossus based on Colossal and the word Disruptor are very different words.
And they do AoE. Seither building up a very anti-Colossus army. You'll love to see it.
God.
Not neglecting his Liberators this time.
Oh yeah, no, he's getting the libs.
About to pump him out. You normally, I feel like we don't normally see Terran players going this quickly in Liberators. It's usually, after they usually just try to focus on Vikings at the moment, and then when you get into the late game, they pump out as many libs as they can. Try to turtle up before going for a counterattack. I forgot about this rock on Catalyst.
What is even this rock?
You get it to block off an attack path.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the blocking rock. Forgot about those.
It used to be a thing that map makers put in maps.
Yeah, I mean I've seen a couple of them on co-op maps, not co-op, teams maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to play a ton of 2v2s with Dally, and I remember one of the maps had them.
Yeah, that was just destructible rocks. Like, we see the middle of the map here, both armies kind of passing one another. If they fight in the middle, I feel like I have to favor Pezz, but if Seither can get up on top of this ramp, which he is,
the Liberators on top of the map ramp are so dangerous. Like, blinking under those is gonna be hard. You can't target fire them immediately. You gotta just poke.
Yeah, like so. And it's kind of hard to do when it's a mostly Marauder heavy army here. For Seither is also forward trying to deal with this expansion.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's just having his army cut in half.
This position is really good here for Seither. Seither, of course, strong positional player. But yeah, no, like this moving so quickly into the Marauder Liberator like late game army, and getting such a strong position is going to be difficult for a heavily gateway based unit as he blinks under. But oh my god, the damage ain't coming from the Marauders. Yeah,
the Disruptor's not really getting too much. Ooh, one Purification Nova really landing, but I think the gateway units were just about enough. The Robo-Bay units are still up and running, but so are the Libs!
Yup, those Liberators, there's still 3 of them. If they get into another good position, they can do so much here, as the reinforcements are coming in for the Protoss. Another nice Nova.
Gonna get a little bit worse, Seither.
But yeah, the reinforcements here almost entirely gateway units. He just has a few disruptors. Losing all his Colossi there, like he can just kind of siege down here.
It completely resets the Colossus count. Seither now doing what Seither does best, and he is parade pushing with as many bio reinforcements as he can. To get a couple more Marauders into this army. I don't see Pezz taking this out without suffering a lot of losses himself.
Yeah, he's still primarily on Stalkers. Like, he doesn't have those, like, tier 3 units. As he's pushing into the Liberators, he blinks under them. He gets 1, he gets 2, and can he get a 3rd? He will get a 3rd as the Vikings drop in the middle. There isn't as much bio here as you would hope there would be, as the reinforcements were still on the way across the map. He's actually forced to pull back, and he's a little bit overstimmed as well. Yeah,
I suppose that's the disadvantage here for Catalyst. It is a pretty long rush distance. Reinforcements actually still in the middle of the map by the time that hit.
Yeah, and there's still not a lot of health on these Marauders. They're really overstimmed here.
Yeah, these Medivacs have a decent amount of energy on them, but there are only 3 of them. They cannot really...
it's not a lot.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming to use.
It came back around.
Always destroy your rocks. And then also wall up depots is what I used to do. I was not a very good player. I'm still not a good player, but...
Listen, you're better than me. It's good enough.
I'm
the baseline.
Yeah.
I am the standard.
Yeah, but you know what? Still better than I used to be.
True. Well, now I'm not better than I used to be.
Yeah, well. What is
I haven't played. I haven't played in a couple of months here.
What is even time? You know? DT's coming up.
Good question.
I actually got Blink earlier on.
DT Blink?
Which I was trying to get mentioned.
Yeah, DT Blink kind of cracked. It's a fun little ability. I've played around with it. It's really funny.
They're actually just about out of energy here. But really, there's no easy way for Seither to push out or for Pezz to push in, is there?
Yeah, no, it's kind of a stalemate, honestly, and they're pretty even on both income and army supply, and just supply in general. Like, this is an incredibly even game.
I tell you where Seither's ahead.
Yeah, like in terms of mineral income, yeah. He has those mules.
Well, Pezz ahead in the Colossus count.
The Venn diagram of freedom.
And yeah, love to see it. I do have a very good job harassing this. No detection by that base. I don't think.
I don't think so. Yeah. So those DTs are gonna do damage. So many SCVs going down. Yeah. No, he's
that orbital.
Yeah, this run by killed a whole base. That's insane. Like, look at how low. See, this mineral income is suddenly. It's plummeted.
The important part here for Seither, you know, he didn't really need that much gas. He definitely needs a lot of minerals. And I guess it's Apex, isn't it? You can't put units underneath those liberation zones. Send in purification novas. They're not units.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many liberators here that he can't really blink under them too, because he risks just losing a bunch of units from the others. Hence the Venn diagram of freedom.
You know, Pezz just continued to apply a little bit of pressure here and there. Meanwhile, working up that Stargate army. Once a couple of Tempests come in, there's just no easy way for Seither to be able to deal with this. Pezz going to be able to just shell away at these Liberators. And then from there, it is just a matter of the ground army not dying to Marauders.
Yeah, no, if these Tempests get up, that'll be a really good counter for these Liberators. Like, they can be dealt with quite easily with the Tempests. As we move into the very late game TvP.
Section taken out in this base here for Seither.
That sucks.
To use another scan, and that is not what you want. You have this low mineral income. The High Templar are getting some pretty good shots.
This High Templar is just going solo. He did some damage. Oh, massive purification nova.
Takes out a good chunk of the bio here, and if you're Seither, you cannot afford to just lose a little bit of army here and there.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Like, losing that base at 12 o'clock is just massive for how much damage it did to his income, and yeah, he has to back off. Like, he can't be losing units like this.
Now, the main thing he does have going for him are these Liberators. He did get ballistic advanced ballistics earlier on.
Yeah, he's got live range, and he's got a massive Liberator count and Marauder count, but the Tempests are here, so we'll have to see how that goes. 2 Purification Novas going out, complete whiffs.
Yeah, but it does keep the army back for the time being. Allows Pezz to just hold on to his position a little bit longer and allow these Tempests to get a couple more shots in. Does have to be very careful. Tempests don't have that much damage on them.
Yeah, they have a lot of range, but the base damage, the raw damage is quite low. Oh, blinking under the tip.
I'm not sure if that's the right call.
Yeah, I don't think blinking under those Liberators did not work out at all. He lost so many units there.
And just like that, all of a sudden, this army is competitive again.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of orange health bars. It's a little bit low, a little bit overstimmed, but at the same time, like, it's still a strong army with the backing of the Liberators.
And he's just been doing such a good job of keeping this this anti-air not taking out the Liberators, but now they're starting to come in and attack while Seither's on the retreat. He's taking out more and more Liberators, and again, every time Seither loses a Liberator, it hurts him that much more.
Especially with especially with being down a couple of bases. Like, they can't really afford to replace these, but at the same time, they've been doing quite a lot of work, even if they are starting to get taken out.
But I guess the question then is, how long can that really keep Seither afloat for? Because these freedom zones, they are thinning out.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, these run-bys though from Pezz are just doing so much economic damage.
Absolutely relentless. Pezz, he really has been focusing on, you know, learning how to harass and multi-prong. We saw it in this Starduck, we're seeing it again here.
Yeah, he's just picking them apart, and oh man, all these health bars are so low. the Colossus shredding through the bio. And there's not much left on the ground here for Seither. It's just Vikings and Liberators, and those Liberators are getting picked off really slowly. A nice storm. There's nothing but Vikings left here.
Yeah, and the Vikings can't quite deal with this. GG's call. Pezz gonna take game number 1.
Man, very impressive stuff from Pezz.
Absolutely was. For a while there, it looked like Seither was in absolute control, and I think if you were just sort of looking at this matchup, you would think, yeah, Seither definitely has a bit of an advantage, but once Pezz was able to defend the initial couple of pushes from Seither, he just had complete control of that game. He continued to just pressure Seither more and more with Zealots and DTs, and from there, it was kind of a snowball.
Yeah, no, for sure. He kind of just steamrolled, like just picking him apart. Like Seither's army was really strong, don't get me wrong. He got to that late game Marauder Liberator composition quite fast. But, you know, in the end, just not able to keep up with the run-bys and the pressure from Pezz.
And with that, Catalyst, you know, the events are going to unfold.
The Catalyst has... That was the catalyst for the series. That's how you use that word. I remember how to use words.
You can also use it in the sense of World of Warcraft Catalyst. That was one of the expansions. That was a Deathwing one.
I've never played World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Now you just need to avoid Final Fantasy.
Yeah, see, the only open world RPG, like MMO, not really MMO, but like RPG game I've played is Genshin Impact.
Never mind.
Yeah.
A little
At least
far
I
off
haven't.
of that.
I can't afford a subscription to FF14. I don't have the money. And too much of my time is spent playing Genshin and Minecraft, because that is all I do.
I mean, they're both basically the same game if you think about it.
Nope, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Basically the same game if you think about it.
Another one locked to get. Listen, at least I haven't spent any money on it yet, because I'm too poor to.
Looking at you, Vortex.
I'm too poor to spend money on the gacha game.
I feel like that's a bit of a... Not
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing in the end. But speaking of good things, Abyssal Reef. Fantastic map. Bit of a Terran favorite map, in my opinion, so we'll see if that comes into play. We are starting things off here in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. The Purple Protoss player, king of alliteration himself, representing M for Mind Freak, as well as M for Melbourne. He is Pezz. Oh, mate, Jack.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the blue Terran player. A excellent player in the region. The best Terran by far, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's gonna have a word for you.
Yeah. Playing, hailing from Australia. Playing for Mind Freak SC as well. The team kill. We have Old Mate Shelly. It's Seither.
I feel brought back physically.
You just physically have whiplash.
Yeah. You know, Abyssal Reef, I'm only now noticing that, oh look, there's like a little bit of rocky areas here in the main. It's like a mix of, it's not snow, would it? It's would probably be more like white sands.
Yeah, like
There's
sand.
a lot of like geological stuff going on. There's some coral, there's some rock, there's some grass.
There is grass. There is grass under the ocean. That's kind of wild.
I guess it's kind of like weeds then.
It's like seagrass, you know?
Yeah, like kelp.
This looks strangely like terrestrial though, for being an abyssal reef.
Yeah, but I mean, this is kind of why it's at the bottom of the sea. It's, you know, it's like SpongeBob.
Well, You wouldn't see something like terrestrial like this with the way the ground looks and the plants and stuff. You wouldn't see that kind of thing underwater. But at least it's cool fish.
Are you sure about that? I watched a documentary.
Listen, I've never been to the bottom of the ocean, but I don't think it would look like this.
Clearly haven't seen SpongeBob.
Listen, I have seen SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a little bit different, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it kind of is.
From something based solidly in science fiction reality.
Just a bit.
Just a little bit. But then again, this isn't really like... This is like an alien planet, so... Honestly, fuck if I know.
Yeah, they have their own rules. They're not bound by our expectations and what have you.
That's why that's why I always question why they look for the things humans need to survive when looking for aliens.
Shit, you're right. Anyway, Seither is coming out from both of our players. One moment from no economic 30cc before starport builds this time. Pezz just going for a nice old versatile blink opening. Probably using it more defensively than aggressively.
Good old blink opener. Yeah, no, you just get these gates up pretty quick, I think. You know.
I suppose it's also harder. Yeah, I suppose it's also harder to blink into the main base on Abyssal Reef.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get into the main here. So definitely not going to be something super aggressive.
Seither already moving out with 6 Marines, and I'm thinking this tank is going to join in. Is this what I think it's going to be, Alyx? How many SCVs is it going to pull?
Well, we'll have to see. He could be doing. He could go full Clem. Who knows?
SCV making its way around. Where are you going, SCV? Going for a Liberator. This is not quite full Clem, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's not too far off. But where is this SCV going, sir? Sir, are you okay?
It's going to build a bunker, mate. Or a planetary. It's going to go build a planet.
No, it's going all the way around. There it is.
You want to put your bunker? Well, I guess, yeah, considering the positioning on the tank here, that is probably where you want to put it. Such a good position. We've been talking about earlier on, Alyx, but now Seither. He's showing us some practical examples.
Yeah, that tank is just gonna do so much damage here. And even try to push in on it is gonna be really difficult. He's gonna try and drop here.
But he can't quite do it. Takes it out. Immediate GG. Seither.
Oh,
he was mad.
He just kills him. I just witnessed a murder.
Man.
I just witnessed a murder. Like straight up. Just killed.
I just saw it. Yeah. Stream is about to be demonetized.
TOS for murder.
Ooh. Kind of had a little bit of mercy there, Seither.
Yeah, like, come on.
Liberator. I'm just remembering. He got a Liberator. Didn't even need to use it.
He didn't use it. You just killed him.
Yes, bam, boom. You thought you could drop stuff? No. Seither, he is a positioning man.
He knows his positioning, that is for sure. There's one thing he knows.
Yeah. His tank.
Yeah, the big tank.
No, I imagine Seither as more of a sustained DPS.
Yeah, this is true. I can see that. Ooh. Oh, this is the wrong version of the map, I think.
It's more of a. We'll find out. We'll find out. Could be.
We'll find out.
Seither might show up with 2 extra nexuses.
Yeah, I think this is the wrong version of the map. This is the wrong map creator. They're not using the teal.
Yeah, they're doing a team lookup map contest.
Yeah, we gotta let them know. Let's see if this math is gonna work.
Oh,
I think this is the CC one.
Yeah, I think this is the CC one. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We'll see.
All right, we're going in. I'm just holding my breath here a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll see if it just goes badly, or not. We'll find out in a second as we load in.
CCs. Just keep your eye on the bottom of the left-hand corner of the screen. Are they gonna be?
Yep.
Keep your eye on that mini map. Yep, there.
Yep. Yep.
There.
Yep.
Base.
Yep. Wrong map. Wrong map. Wrong map.
We're not ref.
No, we're not ref. Lamau. Yep.
Just realized that. Yep. Okay. Not gonna be using that map anymore.
Yep. Gotta use what's their name? The map creators version.
Yep.
What the hell did I just do? Oh, I pressed on collection by accident.
Yeah.
I went into a loading screen. I was so confused. There it is.
Things.
There it
Yeah.
is. The correct version. There we go.
On in.
We got there eventually.
Yeah, boy. Maybe not the official version, but you know, it's workable.
It's close enough. It's close enough. It's good enough for what we're doing.
What are we doing at this point? Other than getting fired.
Well, definitely not getting paid. Goddamn, I'm not gonna be able to eat this week.
Yeah, I deserve that. As we spawn into the correct version of Blackpink Team Look at Map Contest Edition. We are going to be spawning off here in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way to the top right-hand corner. The Purple Protoss player, king of alliteration himself. He's going to be representing M for Melbourne, as well as M for Mind Freak. He is Pezz.
And the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the blue Terran player, hailing from also the land of Australia. And as well as that, he's also playing for Mindfreak SC2. They are both teammates, and this is a team kill. It is, of course, Seither. Soulmate Sheldon. Shelly bro.
Yeah, Shelly. Coming
Yeah,
down.
Shelly bro.
Showed us some very happening. That's not an Australian word. Showed us some builds coming down. And, it's gonna be
God.
coming home.
Has anyone told you your accents are really bad?
You are literally the first. Everyone compliments me on my accents usually.
Well,
They say, "Oh my god, you sound native." Like,
Nope.
whoa.
nope, not even close.
Like you sound like my third cousin. I grew up with him here over in the Sydney Harbour.
Nope. That's not even close.
We come around, we play the cricket every now and then. Afterwards, we
God.
go around and get some sausage sizzles.
This is incredibly embarrassing. For you.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, for you.
I feel proud.
I'm younger than you, yet I feel like I'm listening to like a younger brother. Just being a goddamn idiot. Oh my
Save opening
God.
coming up, Seither. 1-1-1. Well, 1-1
Yep.
so far. We'll see if we get to Starport before he gets a third CC or the other way around.
You could go for that Econ third base, the innovation opening, as I like to call it, because he played that and only that for like months.
Yeah, he kind of popularized that, but then also he was the only one who did it.
Yeah, I mean you've seen people like adapt it a little bit.
Yeah. TY
But in terms of consistent, yeah, but in terms of like consistent usage, it's mostly, it is primarily innovation that does that, and he does it. You know, he's kind of the robot. You know, he kind of just does it to perfection, and he will do it every game, the same thing every single time.
And with that,
That's why,
yeah, Normally, you imagine the robots learning from humans, but it's actually kind of the other way around for Innovation's case. Seither
Yeah.
definitely age out of him. Well, not in this
Yeah.
case, but
Well, not in this game, but in terms of his style, you can kind of see the influence.
oh, without a doubt, that parade pushing,
Mm-hmm.
that consistent hitting those timings.
Yeah.
Both of tank pushes, which is gonna be a little rough here. Seither going for a very early Dark Shrine.
That's
Switching
really
things up
fast.
a lot.
That's really fast.
Alright, just a straight up BT rush. If Seither isn't anticipating this, it is going to be absolutely brutal. Now, Seither, he is generally a player who skips out on the Raven. He would rather have more, more Marines, maybe another tank, and just hit on the other side of the map as quickly as he can. And Pezz is likely aware of this.
Oh yeah. So I mean, they are teammates after all, and have been for so long that I imagine they would know. And here we go again with the drop tank push.
We do quite a lot. Actually, going to be missing this Warpism. Cue the Spider-Man meme.
He doesn't. He didn't scout the Dark Shrine, so he doesn't have an eBay yet.
Seither, I'm hoping you have some scans.
Yeah, he's gonna have to scan. He can't get a turret.
And splitting up his DTs. Now, this is another very good tech positioning map.
That is a really good spot.
But now there are shield batteries thrown into the mix. I don't believe there were shield batteries back when this map was in the map pool, so interesting to see how that's going to shake things up. Seither losing a ton of SCVs back home. Now try to get the Raven out, but might be a little too late. Then he can try to get a turret. Ooh!
Oh.
That tank.
The tank. But man, these DTs, like he has no scans.
Yeah, good in the offense, good in the defense. And when it's all said and done, Seither losing a single production building. I believe he lost the row of facility.
Yeah, he lost the row.
Losing so many SCVs. GG is called.
Oh, he just pops out.
Yeah, he's showing that Seither's not the only one who can get Angary.
Yeah, no, for sure. He was definitely upset to lose in that way, and missing that Dark Shrine was crucial, especially with Terran, because it's so much harder to get out. Like you have orbital, sure, but you're usually using that for mules in the early game, so you're not going to be prepared to have a turret that early.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the reason why we see a lot of the more economic or the more of the safe-oriented builds for Terran in TvP does focus on getting that Raven out as quickly as possible. But again, Seither, not anticipating that Dark Shrine, he wanted to be as aggressive as he could right off the gate.
Yeah.
Losing out on that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, that is quite unfortunate.
Now Pezz is on match point.
Yeah. 2-1. Moving to the fourth map, we'll see if Seither, homemade Shelly, can tie it up.
If Shelly can come down in and bring it all back home.
Yeah, mate.
The StarCraft home. It's gonna be celebrating, getting some golden gay times and some sausage sizzles. It's not a celebration food. It's
Pudding
more
snacks.
of a food.
Why did I do a British accent? Budding snacks. Yeah, bro.
Getting them budding snakes in.
Budding snacks. Budding snacks. There you go. That's
Sheldon coming down and do the TvP. We are. He is.
That's you've gone Cockney.
We're gonna be on Overgrowth. We are.
He is. All right.
Well.
I'm leaving you to stream.
Gonna be on Overgrowth. Listen, I'm not pulling out the Chicago accent this time.
Alright. As we load in here.
Overgrowth. My personal favorite map in this dream pool that Demi sort of drew up. And also potentially a last. Because I don't think we're guessing the third place match. I think that might actually
we are not
already.
Yeah, that's I just got the message from Ender. I'll have to let Demi know the result in a sec. But yeah.
Alright, for now, we're gonna be on Overgrowth. LE Legacy of the Void Edition. As again, this is a Heart of Swarm map, and also one of the best Heart of Swarm maps. I mean, it lasted early on from Heart of Swarm until around the start of Legacy. It was used for a single season Legacy, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, that's the map we're on. In the top right-hand corner, map starting all the way in the top right-hand corner, the Purple Protoss player. He is coming down from M for Melbourne. Gonna be representing M for Mind Freak. He normally isn't in this position. Normally, it's his teammate that he's facing right now who has the upper hand. But tonight, he's fighting back. He is fighting hard. He is Pezz.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Terran player, also hailing from Australia. Not quite Melbourne, but you know, close enough. Yeah, Sydney Harbour. And, you know, also playing for Mind Freak SC2. This is after all team kill. Currently down in the series, it's Seither. Here we go.
Here we do go. It's honestly kind of hard to think about it. I mean, if you were just following from even just a couple of months ago, you would not really expect Pezz to be the one to match point 2-1 here, looking to just win with one more map. Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah, no, Seither's always been a more experienced and higher level player, even to Pezz. Even with them, you know, being on the same team, you tend to see Seither do well in these situations, especially in this matchup, but Pezz really showing him up.
Yeah, saying, I've done my homework here, Seither. Well, you had to wait and play out your series.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Definitely knows a lot about his teammates' play style. Knows exactly what he needs to exploit. Seither skipping the Reaper this game, interestingly enough.
Yeah, not bothering with the Reaper. He just has the SCV scout and he leaves. Oh, never mind.
That's a double Rax, and that's okay. Now we know what he skipped on his initial Reaper.
Yeah. Yup. Are we gonna see a third Rax?
No, we're gonna see a third CC before Factory.
True. We got the 2-1-1, but it's Reapers.
This is about as aggressive you can really get with Reapers in the TvP.
I mean, you could also go proxy 3 Rax Reaper.
You could.
But it's not that good.
I think a lot. Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot more potent, but the chances of it actually working. I mean, both builds, the chances of them actually working are about 50-50, but the thing is, having the Reacted Reaper built like this means that you transition a little bit less awkwardly.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Honestly, haven't seen a 3 Rax Reaper in a while. To be fair, it's not that great. You don't see it for a good reason. Because you could also just 2 Rax. If you go to proxy.
We don't see it anymore is because Fuely plays Protoss. And also retired.
Yeah.
Anyway, good out here for Seither. Does see the Dark Shrine working on that eBay.
Yep, he sees the same thing as last time. And he gets quite a bit of probe damage here. Ooh, can he live? Can he live long enough for the kick in? He's got 6, 7 probes. This is actually a ridiculous amount of damage for 2 Reapers.
Such a good use of those KD8 charges, and even keeps one of them alive. It will just jump in once again if he needs to scout. If he needs to scout later on the line. Yeah. And I was just working on his detection. Seither, so he's very safe here. Even has his third CC up and running.
Yeah, he's looking much better this game. Having scouted the Dark Shrine and getting so much damage with just 2 Reapers, keeping one alive, you get the follow-up scout as he moves into more of this 2-1-1. As he just starts the factory, as I say that. Yeah, definitely an interesting build though. That I don't know if I've seen. I don't remember. But going for 2 Racks and then getting a third.
I've seen the more YOLO version of this build. Where it's literally you make nothing but Reapers, and then you use your third orbital for nothing but scan. But yeah, Seither is using this build how it's meant to be used.
And here we go. He's got the turret. He sees it. Gonna try and get away from the turret. Maybe get picked up by the warp prism. Yep, and he's out of there.
Oh,
but
but
it's still.
oh, that's a dead warp prism. Beautiful snipe.
Yeah.
Doesn't even care about banning that DT in the turret range. This is
Really
the
good.
thing. I have 3 orbitals. What
Yeah.
do you
Oh my god. That was brutal. Like losing the DT and losing the warp prism.
That's just absolutely shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Pezz kind of scrambling here. He invested so much into his opening. He needs to make sure that he gets some damage done.
Yeah, he's gonna go for another drop with the warp prism, with the new warp prism. We'll have to see if this is able to do something because he's building 4 more gates. He's still on 2 bases. He's making even more gateways. Like he's going all out.
Absolutely is. Charge is going to be finished up pretty soon. Working on getting those Archons from the DTs. This could be pretty potent, depending on what Seither's defensive position is looking like. We'll definitely need to see if he can siege up enough units or not.
Oh yeah, he's preparing for this. He's already getting the Archons up here.
Yeah, this is Pezz's one shot to just take this map and take the entire Demi SEA Weekly. Number 10. He has 2 warp prisms? What?
Yeah.
That's something it eats into supply.
I mean, it is a spicy maneuver.
Definitely is. See how it
You
works out for him, but here come the Marines, and they do take out one of the warp prisms, but the Archons do land. Marauders try to do whatever they can, sniping so many Archons. Charges coming in. Will it be enough?
There's just so much bio here. He's lost 3 of his Archons already, and that warp prism just got instantly bopped. Like all the stimmed bio just does so much damage, and unfortunately, none of that worked out for him.
Seither lost maybe 1 SCV to all of that. This was the move that had to kill him.
Yeah, he definitely just did not get anything out of that. That was just a net loss.
Widowmine?
Oh!
Ow! GG, it's called Seither, the Prism Killer. He'll hunt them down.
Dude, the 2-on-1, that stim bio, it hurts, man.
It hurts.
It hurts. It hurts, man.
It hurts in the morning.
It hurts, mate.
More than a wallaby in a kangaroo pouch.
Mate, it hurts.
You're gonna feel that one in the morning.
Oh, we're getting to see a map we haven't seen.
Yeah.
A map we haven't seen today.
Unfortunately, we don't get to see every single map here. We are still missing, not Rekshir. It is, not Rekshir. Derelict Watchtower, or Watcher, is the map that we're missing today, but Belshir Vestige, gonna be one that I'm actually not too familiar with. I vetoed this back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this map, I'm gonna be real. I might recognize it, but yeah.
That's some cool stuff.
Yeah, no, maybe. It looks like a fairly standard map.
I'm not gonna elaborate on that.
It looks just standard.
Alright. Here we are now. The final map of the evening. It all comes down to this. Who is gonna take it? Is it gonna be a player here spawning in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner? The Purple Protoss player, king of alliteration himself. He has historically not looked too good against his card opponent, but today he's coming out swinging. It all comes down to this one map. This is his final shot to take out his teammate and to bring home that win. Representing M for Melbourne and M for Mind Freak, we have Pezz Dispenser.
And in the top left-hand corner of the map, the blue Terran player, also hailing from the land of Australia. Not quite from Melbourne, but close enough. We've got the teammate of Pezz playing for Mind Freak SC, tied up in the series. Both of them at match point. We of course have Seither. All Might Sheldon.
Shelly. He's a
Oh. Oh, he sure is. It sure
Yeah,
is.
Pezz. I want to say Dark Shrine Robo Facility, but we'll see.
Yeah, could be, could be. Could also be a gate. It's a bit too far to be a full-on max packs, but you know, could also be Stargate.
You don't have to commit this early on, just waiting for the sideboard to finish up. It is in fact going to be Stargate.
I manifested it. I read that. Read it like a book.
Hashtag caster power.
Manifested.
Like Destiny.
That's that American thing, you know, manifesting destiny.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like when
America.
people came out a while ago. Nobody understands it. The storyline of that game. So what are we feeling here, Alyx? Void Rays or Oracles? This is a current
Tempest.
patch. Tempest, okay.
Show me Proxy Tempest. Show me
Harkening
Proxy
back-
Tempest. Look at the
Harkening back
positioning.
Some days.
Yeah, look at the
Yeah.
positioning. I mean,
Yeah,
fair, it
that
does. And
will be completely scouted. Unfortunate here for
Oh.
Pezz. And Seither,
we
he
forgot Game Heart.
already was suspecting something. Oh, maybe.
yeah, I just noticed we might
Oh,
be
yeah.
forgetting Game Heart.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we are. We don't have the icons up.
Yep. Well, good job, players.
Oh,
I didn't even notice.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll so let's see what's going on. Interesting position here for Pezz to really proxy from. I mean, Seither is kind of focusing his defenses here in the main. Yeah, this supply depot is gonna go down.
Yeah, this is gonna be ridiculous to defend against. Even with Marines, like it's gonna be really difficult to do anything against this.
Especially with those shield batteries in range. But that bunker is still getting up and running. The ground adepts have been taken out. And the Marines can go into the bunker. They are just in range for one of these shield batteries. But not much else.
That's it though. There's nothing else they can hit. Like these Void Rays can still keep poking here, and the shield battery is about to finish up.
Cyclone is on the way, however, and that is absolutely what you want against these styles of proxy Void Rays. Look at how fast these Void Rays are zooming when they're not in prismatic alignment mode.
Yeah, you're gonna need the clone to keep up with them. And yep, he's gonna try to focus down the bunker now, hoping that the shield battery is enough. Oh, he's gonna take out these SCVs, but the clone is working on it.
Yeah, it's just barely not enough here for Pezz. The shield batteries are completely out of energy. Again, without a Nexus, you are not going to be able to overcharge. Just realizing this CC.
It's just sitting there. Oh, and we got 2 cyclones. Okay, this
Wow.
is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard against two cyclones, because the focus fire is a lot better, especially if he gets what's it called, maglock.
Yeah, that's what we imagine Seither is going to be working on. There is a little bit of window here for Seither to try to hit before these shield batteries get up and running, but does not want to run the risk of just leaving these bunkers. Again, these bunkers are really what's his armor right now.
Yeah, it's keeping him alive, but there's nothing to repair. Oh, the repair is barely there.
Just repairing. Yeah, not quite enough. The Void Rays are in range. Shield batteries energy has been used up.
There's
And now
no
a
battery
third-
energy.
Third Cyclone is coming on the way. There's also a Viking here to support, and Marines just for added measure. This is not looking good at all for Pezz. He is investing so much into this. I don't think it's working out.
He's really going full in on this. Like, there's no backup. There's no backup plan. He can't transition out of this. It's either he kills Seither or he dies. And it looks like he's already lost a Void Ray, and the key to this push is never losing a Void Ray with these shield batteries, but it's getting to the point where they're all getting depleted, and he's making more, and they're getting further and further back away from the pushing point because he's running out of energy, and it's getting really difficult for him to keep up.
Yeah, if keeping these Void Rays alive is the key, then Pezz, he's kind of dropped them.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's not going well.
Even able to take out the highest energy shield battery. Phoenix coming out to help support with its crowd control, but how much can one Phoenix really do at this point? You can get up right close into these Cyclones.
Yeah, up against 3 clones.
Yeah, and when they do, they're gonna get they're gonna be met with a face full of Vikings and bunkers.
Yeah, now there's a tank.
Shelling away at those shield batteries. Pezz losing ground real quick. I just realized Seither still has that, still has an orbital command up and running. Pezz only now trying to transition out of this with a natural base and a Twilight Council. Actually,
He's
completely
hoping.
backing away. Okay.
Yeah, he contained him for a while, but in the end, this push isn't gonna work, and he doesn't want to throw it all away. Oh, he's trying another angle of attack though. It's
And it's very exposed here for Seither. Now these Vikings
Yeah,
are
but
about it though.
there's no shield batteries here, and there's quite a few Vikings, and there's still the clones, so he has to back off with minimal damage.
If that Pezz on the back, complete back foot, scrambling a transition, and honestly, could work out pretty well for him. I mean, he is mining from that natural base.
Yeah,
He's still got quite a number of workers. A lot of tech.
he spent a lot of time trying to contain, if not kill, and was not working on anything behind it at all. So only now is he working on this stuff behind him. It's at 7 minutes of the game. Like, if you're pushing like this, you usually would try to have a backup, but you know, he's not got the stuff at home to deal with failing the kill.
And so with that, we're actually getting a macro game.
Somehow out of that, this is macro game.
All right, transitioning towards more of a gateway-focused army. I mean, that's definitely not what you want to face if you're this Viking heavy as a Terran player. Best case scenario, your Protoss opponent goes for Stalkers, which die pretty quickly to the land of Vikings, but as we know, Pezz is focusing more on chargelets.
Pezz been new. He knows. He understands the video game, and he knows that charge lots do well against this comp. You know, charge lots generally do quite well against tanks. Forcing the friendly fire.
Tanks, maybe not that ideal against Cyclones, but he's probably the best gateway unit you can get against those.
Yeah, I mean,
They're not really going to do much.
yeah, it's just hard to deal with Cyclones in general if you micro them well, but yeah, like the thing is, it's Cyclones.
It's more the Terran player to mess up the control, really.
Yeah, like against Zealots, when you've got that many charge lots, it's kind of hard to deal with them because, you know, you've got individual lock-ons. You can't just
Definitely is.
you can't just
Plus,
stutter step backwards.
Not as fast as Cyclones speed. But again, see, I do like that Pezz is still continuing to utilize this. Continuing to utilize the Stargate, just getting more and more Phoenixes out.
Yeah, he's still pumping out these Sky units. Like, he's got a decent Phoenix count.
But Seither, he's got a very nice Marine count. His tanks are looking pretty fine. Got a lot of Vikings, and once this stim finishes up, I mean, that's the time to Seither once ahead. He has so much more army than Pezz at the moment, and he has a much more sophisticated army as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. He definitely has a lot more going on there rather than just, you know, charge lots, Phoenixes, and Void Rays. He does actually lose a Phoenix to a Cyclone.
You see that every day. Well, you see that every other day, but not every day.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't usually see Phoenixes a lot against Terran. I remember there was a Phoenix Colossus resurgence, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, I try to forget that. As a Terran player.
Yeah, back when Phoenix Colossus somehow rose from the dead.
Check blame Phoenix on that one. Seither going full on clan, looking to take an outpost here. Beautiful crowd control with these Phoenixes, but it's not enough underground to deal with the bio. Charges get taken out, and the Void Rays are going down. I think we have our champion here.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing left on the ground for Pezz. All the gateway units were taken out by the bio. These charge lots are the last hope, and GG's called.
And there we have it. Pezz, he fought very hard. He got very close to taking out his teammate here, but in the end, Seither, he didn't escape from Tarkov not to win Demi SEA Weekly. He is your 10th Demi SEA Weekly champion.
Congratulations to Seither. Well deserved. Sheldon played well. It was a good series.
Very nice series here.
Yeah, for sure. Also
Nice
need
and back
to...
and forth here. We had a decent mix of macro games and just short little cheese games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not necessarily cheese games, but very aggressive games, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Ender told me directly the score for the third place match.
Yeah, it's funny sometimes because I'm like, and sometimes players message me in other events. I'm like, I'm not the admin here.
I'm
You want me to
I'm the
like,
caster.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
the
think
caster
we're-
here.
You think they
Yeah.
trust me with that bracket? No, they do not. For good
Nope.
reason. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I'm gonna break
You
the
know what?
entire thing.
Yeah, probably. Knowing you.
And then I'll be
Yeah.
fired again.
Yeah. Somehow getting fired twice without getting rehired.
Yeah, it's an achievement, really. But speaking of achievements, GG, we do have our champion in Seither, our runner-up in Pezz, and now confirmation Ender did take that third place match, as well as $10 US. Started coming in fourth, a little bit unfortunate, but you know what? He came in fourth. That is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, no. Of course, though, third place does get 15 OSC points. That goes to the OSC circuit. Yeah.
That it does. And with that, I believe that just about wraps us up. I'm usually not the decision maker here, but yeah, that should just about wrap us up here. Alyx, where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/Queen Alyx for streams of video games and stuff sometimes. And on Twitter, I have a new Twitter account. Specifically for StarCraft and casting. It is Alyx_casts, plural. Yeah, on Twitter, Alyx_casts on Twitter. Follow me there instead of my personal account, please.
Yeah.
And yeah, what about yourself, Yaku?
Find myself over at twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. Haven't decided we're going to stream yet tomorrow, but definitely going to stream on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. Twitter.com at Emperor Yakuzaku on Twitter. Exclamation mark Discord. You find myself as well as the other members of Cranky and many others over there. Apart from that, buy my shirts here on our schedule screen. Stay tuned because in about 12-ish, no, not even 12-ish, about maybe 10 to 11 hours, if my calculation's correct, 8 hours, actually, even lower than that, about 8-ish hours from now, we're going to be having Rebirth of StarCraft, the 3rd edition. That is our Chilean-only, well, not our Chilean-only event, but it is a Chilean-only event that we are going to be casting, and we actually have a very special guest caster for that. No spoilers. It's gonna be a surprise. Light will be casting that. No spoilers.
No spoilers because we don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Yeah, they don't tell us these things.
They don't need to know that. I mean, the viewers don't need to know. You know. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Of course, we'll also be having ESL Asia a couple hours after that. We'll be there once again, so you can never escape me. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, you're stuck.
Yeah, and with that, follow the Cranky Ducklings. Exclamation mark Matcherino into chat. I'm now remembering you can input the code DSW10 to add $1 to the prize pool at no cost of your own. Although if you decide to add a little more, the players are definitely going to appreciate it. It goes directly to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And with that, stay tuned. We're going to rate someone. We'll see you on the next thing we do.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.